Hello YouTube, this is Felipe Zafani here, an attempt on making these RC bodies stronger using Shogu, some drywall tape, mesh tape. I'm gonna be using this cloth as well, which is used on doors and windows. Very strong, actually stronger than these tapes. You gotta clean the bodies with alcohol. Also, you may need glue just to stick this in place. I pre-washed these with soap, but I'll do a clean with the alcohol later. So it looks pretty clean now, no grease or anything. And I believe that this is gonna be a pretty good setup to go for. I have 3 of these tubes. I don't know if I'm gonna need all or if it's gonna be not enough. So we'll find out as we go. I heard some people use 2 per body, even 3. I'll try to get away with 1.5 and maybe do a second layer later, purchasing more of this. You need some gloves as well to clean your hands because this is gonna get some messy. I'm not gonna be worrying too much about the holes. I'll drill them again once it's done. I'll also not be worrying too much about the edges. I'll just go a little bit higher than the edges, and then I'll just cut them off later as well. The bodies are not so bad, but there are a few cracks. So I wanna make it stronger now with these tapes. Let's see how it goes. All right, so let's start with cleaning off the bodies with alcohol. I'll put this aside for a second here. Oops, brand new. Let me open this up. You really need to clean just the interior, so you can just go like that, pretty quickly. A lot of people take like days to make it happen. I have just a couple of hours. I have a baby, so I don't have time to do this as this was the last thing I have to do in my life. So I'll do it pretty quickly. Just do a nice wash, the edges and everything. It should be enough. So I'll do the second one now while this one is drying. See? Just go with the alcohol everywhere. And clean real good, really good. Good thing about alcohol is that it dries pretty quick, so you can get to business very quick. See, actually got a little bit of the yellow painting here. You don't need to clean the outside. It's really what matters is the inside. So I'll let this dry for about a minute or 2, and then I will get back to gluing the pieces. And let's start going from side to side. Right here from the edge, working my way around. The nice thing about this tape, it has already a glue, so you just push in place basically, and much easier to work versus the other tape I have. So I don't know if I'm just gonna use this one. Make sure you get all of this, and then See, like I said, I don't care much about that. I'll do another layer and you can overlap. Right here, very critical point for failure. So you want to reinforce this area with a lot of care. Then just trim the excess, get the tape and use someone else, any place else. I'll put this right here. I think you have the idea now. So going fast now here, it took me not that long, but I don't want to make this video like 30 minutes long. You just need to keep applying this mesh tape everywhere. Try to cover everywhere, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's going to be underneath the body. So if you have all the time, do it so it looks pretty. But if just like me, you don't have time, you have kids, have baby, go ahead and do a dirty job, but that will be effective. Okay, like I said, I don't have a lot of time to do very clean work, but this is what I got done in, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. So I'll cover most of the body. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shoe glue and then maybe do a second coat later, but this so far looks, I would say it looks okay. That's really not beautiful work, but you just need to make sure you cover the entire body with the mesh tape. That's what's important. So now time for gloves. Get one of this. Kind of open. There you have it. I heard that this smells very bad, so. Yeah, it doesn't really smell very good. So start applying. Very thick. I can see why you may need more than one. Now I can definitely see. This is thick stuff. Not so easy to work. Not at all. Well, can say I thought this would be much easier to spread. It's very thick. The glove just give up. I guess I'm gonna go without the glove. It definitely has a strong smell. And if you're watching until this part, you should consider dropping a like or dislike. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps. I also have a second part where I'm applying epoxy on top of all of this work here. And this will be the second video on how to make this body stronger. I had this idea of using that epoxy on top of everything. It is very strong, flexible if you keep it thin. So watch out for the next update on this RC body. So let me tell you something. This is way harder than it looks. This stuff is very thick and it's hard to spread. The tape wants to unglue from the body. So I did what I could here. I know the areas that needs to have more glue, so I placed more glue on those areas. Overall, I think it's okay. And you can see by the shine, I couldn't cover the entire body. And by the way, it's way heavier now. So I will do a second layer on areas that maybe need some more glue. But so far, that's where we are. So let's wait for it to dry. I have applied the tape everywhere. This time I glued with the hot gun because it was coming loose in the other body. So let's see. I'm gonna just apply the Shogu, another tube. I'll go very heavy on this area because that's where the pins goes. I want to make sure this is really well done. I'm gonna go heavy here. All right, here is the result. I have applied a very thick layer on the critical areas. One tube of Shogu, I think, was enough for this one. Wait more. It smells very bad, and I think it's going to hold on very well. Alright, so here's me applying the epoxy. This will be a separate video on how to do this. It's a clear tabletop epoxy that I guarantee is going to add a lot of rigidity and durability to these bodies once has been already shogun in the mesh tape that I have in there. This is the epoxy I'm using. So stay tuned for the updated video later on. Thank you.